Hello everyone. Today I'm going to share with you legumes. When it comes to legumes, you may think of all kinds of legumes such as mung beans, soybeans, black beans, cowpeas, and so on. Yes, they all belong to the leguminous family, but of course there are many other plants besides these. There are more than 300 families of seed plants, of which 5 families, also commonly known as the 5 families, contain the most species, a total of more than 70,000 plants, accounting for about a quarter of the total number of seed plants. Legumes are in third place, with about 18,000 species and 1,200 species in China. China has 157 genera, more than 1,200 species, distributed throughout the country. There are 3 subfamilies in the legumes: Mimosoideae, Caesalpinioideae, and Papilionoideae. This is a search table for 3 subfamilies, which can be distinguished by the morphological characteristics of the corolla. The first Mimosa family, bipinnately or simply pinnately compound leaf. Flowers are small, radial symmetry. Calyx and corolla arranged in a forceps pattern. Stamens as numerous or twice as numerous as petals, separate or monomer. Pod dehiscent or non-dehiscent. About 2,800 species in 56 genera. There are more than 30 species in 13 genera. In China, siltree is the representative plant. The flower is radially symmetrical. The flower heads are arranged in corimbos shape. The calyx and corolla are tube-like, and the corolla exhibit valvate estivation. The so-called valvate estivation is that the corolla and calyx do not cover each other. Stamen plurality. Lower filaments connate. This is the fruit of albizia, the pod. Albizia tree beautiful, unique leaf shape. Pinnately compound leaves that open during the day and close at night. Flowers bloom in summer. Pink fluff not only looks good, but also can reveal fragrance, can be used as a city street tree, garden tree. Albizia has certain resistance to hydrogen chloride, carbon dioxide, and sulfur dioxide, so it is very suitable as a green tree for factories, mines, and streets. Albizia also has certain medicinal value. Albizia flower has the effect of clearing heat and relieving summer heat, nourishing skin and removing freckles, and dispel the effects of alcohol. At the same time, albizia flower in our country is an auspicious flower. There is also a special plant in the mimosa subfamily, the mimosa. When it receives external stimulation, the signal is transmitted to the leaf pillow to cause turgor pressure changes, so that the leaf is closed, like shy, so-called mimosa. That's one of the reasons people like him. The capitulum is globose. Flower small, reddish. Fruit pod oblong, slightly curved, pod margin undulating, hispid, seed ovate. Mimosa plant shape scattered, delicate and beautiful, its leaves close at the slightest touch, can be a family pot ornamental plant. However, mimosa is not suitable for indoor planting because mimosa is slightly toxic. At the same time, it has certain medicinal value, such as calming the heart, clearing heat, and detoxifying. Because mimosa is slightly toxic, it should be used according to the doctor's advice and in combination with other drugs. Caesalpinioideae. Primary or bipinnately compound leaf. Flowers bilaterally symmetrical, pseudopapilionaceous corolla. 10 stamens or fewer or occasionally numerous. Usually separated. A pod. 156 genera, about 2,800 species. There are about 120 species in 18 genera. In China, Bauhinia is a representative plant, pseudopapilionaceous corolla shape, a total of 5 petals, in the ascending imbriculate arrangement. That is, the top 1 petal standard is the smallest, located in the innermost 2 wing petals, 1 on each side. The outermost is the largest 2 keel flap. Blooming in spring, flowers appear before leaves. The most peculiar aspect is that it has no fixed flowering locations, from the top down to root branches, and even on old trunks it can bloom, hence it has the reputation of being crimson all over the branch. This is the fruit of the Chinese redbud, the pod. Moreover, its fruiting period is very long. Sometimes during the second year of flowering, last year's fruit can still be seen. Chinese redbud can be used for landscaping, as an ornamental plant in early spring, suitable for planting in gardens, lawns, rockeries, and residential green spaces, with relatively good ornamental effect. At the same time, it has certain medicinal value. The bark can be used medicinally, having effects of clearing heat, detoxifying, reducing swelling, and relieving pain. The flowers have effects of clearing heat, cooling blood, dispelling wind, and detoxifying. In ancient China, the Chinese redbud flower was often used as a metaphor for familial affection, symbolizing brotherly harmony and family prosperity. This is the Bauhinia blakana. It is also designated by the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region Basic Law as the floral emblem of the region, appearing on the regional flag and regional emblem. Its leaves are leathery, round or broadly heart-shaped, cleft at the apex, resembling a sheep's hoof, hence the name sheep's hoof. There is also a white-flowered variety, the white Bauhinia. This is the fruit pod of the Bauhinia. The third subfamily, the Papilionoideae. Roots have nodules, Leaves are pinnately compound or trifoliate with stipules. Flowers are bilaterally symmetrical, with a papilionaceous corolla, stamens 10, diadelphous or monodelphous. Pods come in various shapes. This subfamily is a large group within the legume family, with about 600 genera and over 10,000 species, widely distributed around the world. China has 103 native genera, totaling over 1,000 species. The first characteristic of this subfamily is the papilionaceous corolla. Let's look at the difference between it and the false papilionaceous corolla. The papilionaceous corolla is also composed of 5 petals, arranged in descending imbricate estivation. The outermost and largest one is the standard, the left and right ones are the wings, and the innermost and smallest are the 2 fused keel petals. There are a total of 10 stamens, 9 filaments are united, 1 is separate, forming 2 groups. This stamen arrangement is called diadelphous stamens. The second characteristic is that the roots have nodules, and the rhizobia can convert atmospheric nitrogen into ammonia, thereby improving the nutrient level of the soil. This makes more plants willing to grow near legumes, so legumes possess nitrogen-fixing ability, and legumes have also earned the title of best neighbors among plants. This title is mainly attributed to plants in the Papilionoideae subfamily. The fruit is a pod with diverse forms. When ripe, some dehisce like soybeans, while some remain indehiscent like peanuts. Let's summarize the similarities and differences among the 3 subfamilies of legumes. The differences mainly lie in flower symmetry, corolla type, and stamen arrangement. What they have in common is that the fruit is a pod. Therefore, we can easily identify legumes simply by recognizing the pod. Finally, we will conclude today's sharing with an identification mnemonic for legumes. Thank you.